Spike has tried everything to win Buffy's love.
Leia!
Now science will give him his own bionic Buffy.
They're both Buffy.
No, she's a robot.
Spike must have had her built so he could program her.
Oh, God. Should I start this program over?
An all-new Buffy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Slade, the Buffyverse Revisited. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Jeremy.
I'm your other host, James.
And this week, we will be diving into Season 5, Episode 18, Intervention, which is about them trying to get Buffy off of meth.
Yes.
Yeah, they're having a huge intervention, and Joyce and Hank will be there.
Yeah. Well, Joyce won't be there.
Oh, won't she, though? In memory.
In memory, in our hearts.
And Hank will be there, but it'll be like a Skype call when he's got really bad internet because he's in fucking Honduras.
Yes.
So. Anyway, James, what's up, man? Gosh, I don't even remember how long it's been since we've seen each other.
It's been 29 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, how's it been in the last 29 minutes?
Great.
Okay.
I got a sucker. I got a Tootsie Pop.
I see that. Yes. That's
So.
no one cares.
How about you? How you doing?
Yeah, doing great. Doing fantastic. I have Smarties.
Oh, one of us is winning and the other has Smarties. So
One of us is pretty and one of us is James. Yeah. Anyway, why don't you suck us up some dates and deets? Yeah, I see it. We know how you can work that tongue in that mouth. We know.
As previously stated, we'll be diving into the 18th episode of the 5th season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the 96th episode of the series overall, Intervention. Our regular cast, as always, includes Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, Nicholas Brendan as Xander, Allison Hannigan as Willow, Emma Caulfield as Anya, Michelle Trachtenberg as Dawn, James Marsters as Spike, and Anthony Stewart Head as Giles. Our guest stars this week include Claire Kramer as Glory, Adam Bush as Warren, Troy T. Blundell as Jinx, Amber Benson as Tara, Sharon Ferguson as the Primitive, and Todd Duffy as Merc. Our Nielsen rating for this episode, 3.0, ranking it 87th out of the 131 primetime shows airing across network television for the week, and number 3 out of the 17 primetime shows airing on the WB for that week. The WB. My synopsis for this episode reads, Spike builds a Buffy robot hopelessly devoted to him, causing Glory's minions to suspect that the besotted vampire is the key. Meanwhile, Buffy goes on a quest guided by the first Slayer.
So we both have really long ones this week. Mine reads, a weary Buffy seeks to regain focus by embarking on a quest with the first Slayer. Spike cavorts with his very own Buffybot, and Glory instructs her minions to spy on Buffy's friends in the hopes of ascertaining the key's true identity. Meanwhile, no.
You know, I like that yours calls it the Buffybot. When I first read mine, it irritated me that it said Buffy Robot instead of Buffybot.
Yeah, because that's what it's always referred to, like literally always. On the show, in the fandom, everywhere, it's always been called the Buffybot.
Right. So yeah, when I read that the first time, I was like, "This fucking
yeah." Whoever wrote that should be removed from the fandom, quite frankly.
And shot.
And shot with a dull bullet.
So we open with Buffy and Giles and Dawn at the Summers home, and Buffy and Dawn are trying to settle into a new normal after the death of Joyce, and Giles suggests that perhaps Buffy should resume her Slayer training, but she's uneasy about that, despite the progress that she had previously been making to master the abilities of the Slayer. And when Giles presses her about it, she tells him that she's worried that the more she learns, the less human she's becoming. And that, she's concerned people don't know how much she cares about them. And she says that she doesn't even know if Joyce, or she says she's worried that maybe even Joyce didn't know how much Buffy loved her. And there's a funny little scene here where Buffy's talking about how it feels funny to say the words "I love you," and she keeps saying to Giles, "I love you, Giles, I love you, I love you." And then she's like, "See, it feels weird." And Giles is like, "Well, yeah, I would think it does."
Yeah, when you say it 38 times in a row, it is a little weird.
So then Giles suggests that they go on to a sacred location off in the desert and do a little vision quest. And Buffy's hesitant about leaving Dawn, but Dawn says that she should definitely go and she'll stay with the rest of the Scoobs. And at which point Buffy repeatedly tells Dawn that she loves her and tells her that's important that she knows it and that she tells her. And then we cut to Spike and Warren. And Warren is handing over the newly constructed Buffybot that was built apparently exactly to Spike's specifications, including special programming. And that's our cold open.
Did you happen to see how long the cold open was?
Yeah. Yeah, it was very long.
7.5 minutes long.
Yeah, probably one of the longest we've had in a while.
Yeah, I was like, wow. So then we cut to Glorificus's pimp pad. And I just thought of something. I don't know why I just thought of it, but when she's Ben has to live in this, like, it's a nice like mansion or whatever, but it's all girly shit. Like, Ben has to be surrounded by all this girly shit like all the time. And so he's gay.
No.
No?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so Glory is telling her minions, Jinx especially, who I love, Jinx is here. He's not dead. They saved him. They did.
Thank God.
Well, spoiler alert, he's very important to the end of the entire show. Like, he is, his importance can't be overstated.
Listen, I'm not big on spoilers, but I'm going to hand one out here for everybody.
Okay.
At the end of season 7, which we all know is the final season, we find out that there's secretly been a big bad hovering over the entire series.
Pulling the strings.
And it's revealed to be Jinx.
Yep. It's almost like how, Jar Jar Binks was revealed to be the Sith Lord that had been actually controlling Plagueis and Sidious the entire time.
Right.
So, yeah. It's one of those giant Inception mind fucks,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so she's telling the minions that she wants them to watch the Slayer closely, and try to determine if there's anyone new and or super special in her life, because if so, that's probably the one who is the key. So we cut to later that night, and one of them is watching through the window of Xander's apartment. And there's some we see the beginning of Dawn becoming a klepto.
Which, how the fuck is he watching through the window of Xander's apartment? I was under the impression that Xander's apartment was several floors above ground level.
It is. There's no impression. It is because later on, Willow and the Buffybot go out onto the balcony to talk where it's quiet, where they're not going to disturb everyone.
That's right.
They are several floors. So I'm assuming he's on the balcony outside peeping in that way. Unless he can fly and he's hovering. That's the only way he's peeping in. So apparently he scaled the wall of the apartment building with his deft Mission Impossible skills in his monk robe. He scaled the wall. Yeah, just like doot, 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 like the 70s Spider-Man live action show that where it's just horrible. And yeah, he did it that way. And he is now on the balcony peeping in the window and masturbating, which is it's a little it's disconcerting. His dick is all scabby and got sores and shit on it, but man, he don't care. He's working that motherfucker. And he has a thing for lesbians, so he's staring at Willow. He's just like, oh, motherfucker. Canceled. So
pain is so close to pleasure.
Pain is so close to pleasure. Where was I? Yeah, so he's peeping in the windows. And we see Dawn become a kleptomaniac because Anya has taken her earrings off and laid them on the arm of the sofa and gotten up and joined in the conversation, which they're actually playing Nude Twister is what they're all doing. And Dawn takes she looks over at the earrings and then she just kind of quietly gets up, walks over and picks them up and puts them in her pocket. And it's like, wow. So we have a fucking thief. Then we cut out to the dessert. Oh, I hate people that can't spell, don't know the difference between dessert and desert. We cut out to the dessert, and Giles and Buffy arrive. It looks like pretty much the middle of nowhere in the desert, but he's driving the old BMW with the top down. I'm like, I don't know. Is that the smartest car to be driving out in all that sand and whatnot? But okay. And she's like, so now what? And he's like, well, we gotta get the supplies. And he gets in the trunk and she's thinking, she's like, food and water and things like that. And he pulls out a bundle of sticks, which is a faggot. In case you didn't know
I knew.
Dictionary definition of the word faggot is a bundle of sticks.
Yes.
So he pulls out a faggot. He also pulls out some gourd or a gourd.
A gourd. Yep.
And what was the other thing? Something else. I don't know.
I think
maybe a large dildo, I believe.
Oh, a dragon dildo.
A dragon, dragon dildo. So then they go off a little ways from the car, and he's like, "Here, will be fine." And she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I gotta make a circle, and then I have to fucking." He makes the circle with the sticks, and then he's like, I have to jump in and out of the circle while shaking my gourd. And he starts doing it, and it's fucking hilarious because he's like, this is to temporarily transfer my guardianship of you to a guide that will guide you to where you need to go out here in the desert. To go where you need to go.
Can we talk for a minute about how the fact that they're in the middle of the desert, and Buffy's wearing a
bathrobe?
No, she's wearing a long, basically a duster.
Yeah.
Like brown leather pants. And a fucking turtleneck. And then meanwhile, Giles.
I would assume because, in the desert, at night, it gets really cold, I guess. But during the day, you would die of fucking heat stroke. I don't know.
Giles is wearing blue jeans and a fucking suede jacket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, they would die. They would die.
And he has burlap underwear on, which is very
underwear. Yes.
And
a tweed cock cover.
Yes, cot covers. Look them up, folks. Can we also discuss how they decided? Okay, when he first brought this up, he's like, it could take 2 or 3 days. We could be out there for 2 or 3 days. So he chose to bring no water or food.
Yeah.
And so let's just say the car breaks down or it won't start. They die. They die.
Yeah.
Like they don't make it out of the desert. They die.
They die.
Because they don't have cell phones. So it's not like they're just going to be like, beep, 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 boop, boop, boop. Hello, save us. No. So
we don't know that they don't. We don't know that they don't have cell phones.
Have we ever seen either one of them with a cell phone?
No.
Okay. Then I think we can safely assume they do not have a cell phone.
Have we ever seen Giles's penis?
Well, I think we can safely assume Giles doesn't have one. He looks like a Ken doll. Yeah, so they're gonna die if anything goes wrong. Just FYI, if anything goes wrong, they die. Period. Because Buffy even says food, water, and he's like, no. And she's like, is that the best idea, adult person?
Yeah. He's like, no. He's like, a book, a gourd, and a bunch of sticks.
Although we do see later, come to think of it, when he's alone there at his circle made of a faggot, he is got like a little thermos, and he's it's either coffee or tea, but he gives Buffy fuck all. He sends her off into God knows where in the desert with nothing. Like, not like, hey, here's a bottled water, here's some collected spit, here's something. No, he's just like, okay, go, fuck off.
Here's my urine in a canister.
In the canister.
Filter it and drink it.
Yeah, don't filter it, just drink it and like it. And yeah, so it's just I find that odd. So she goes walking off, and she soon comes upon a mountain lion. And she's like, "Hi, kitty." And he's like, "Oh, how you doing over here, Toots?" And he's like, "Follow me, would you see?" And she's like, "Okay." And so she does. She follows the mountain lion, who's clearly leading her to an early demise. I don't think there's any question that mountain lions cannot be trusted. So we cut to Spike's mausoleum, and he's having like a pretend fight with the Buffybot, and she's pretending to, try to beat him and blah blah blah. They end up fucking. Let's just cut to the chase. He ends up like destroying the Buffybot's vagina, and it's so
this is so fucking skeevy.
It really is. It really is.
This is exactly what I was talking about, I think, in the previous episode, where like they've done things all season to like develop Spike's character, and some of it even like in the moment you're like, oh man, I kind of feel bad for this bloke. And then they do shit like this, and you're like, all goodwill whatsoever is forsaken now.
Kinda. Yeah. And it's not the characters. It's not. Yeah, whatever. So Spike is now post-coital sleeping, and the Buffybot gets up and gets dressed and everything, and she's like, "Well, it's time to go patrol. Look out, vampires!" And she heads out. And I'm like, really? They didn't think to program into her, I don't know, something like never leave your master's sight. Don't go doing, I don't know. Anyway, so it goes off. And who does she run into out there but Xander and Anya, because they're patrolling on behalf of Buffy, because Buffy is in the desert. She's knee deep in a cake right now. And she's acting really weird, and they're like, "What is with you?" And she's like, "I'm a robot, but you two are too stupid to realize that." And then Xander looks at Anya. He's like, I think we're too stupid to realize that. So
these are literally, we've talked about this so many times before. These are legit the worst fucking friends.
they all are. Every one of them is a horrible friend to the other. Every single one of them.
They are never capable of telling when one of them is not them.
Yeah. Xander has known Buffy for 5 years at this point. 5 fucking years. Like, intimately known her. Has smelled her underwear, because you know he sneaks into her house. I mean, come on, you know he does. And he can't tell that this is not, come on. Fuck right off. So, then Spike shows up, all out of breath and shit, and he's like, fuck, they're gonna find me out. And he kind of distracts him and stuff, and then a large a murder of vampires show up. And so fisticuffs commence, and the Buffybot continually is like super protective of Spike and get away from him, no, don't hurt him, and she's taking care of him and stuff. Well, meanwhile, Glory's minions are watching from afar, observing, recording, and never interfering. What? Shut up. So
this show's already got watchers, buddy.
Yeah, and they're not nearly as cool, let's be honest. The watchers on this show are lame. Yeah, they finally dust all the vampires, and then Spike's like, well, you two, talking to Xander and Anya, he's like, you two can fuck off because we'll handle shit from here. And they're like, oh, okay. And then Xander hears something, and he looks through the bushes after they had left and sees the Buffybot, who he believes to be Buffy, on top of Xander, riding him like Seabiscuit. And Xander immediately fucking chubs up. And he's like, oh my God, that's hot. Oh. And Anya's just standing there going, what the fuck? You are weird. I'm the ex-demon, and you are a deviant. And she leaves him that day. We never see her again.
She's like, peace out, freak.
So yeah, they're fucking grossed out. And as I said, the minions have witnessed all of this, and I guess have decided that Spike is the key. And so they go and they start fingering his butthole to see if he has a key in there. They're like, is there a key in here?
Is there anything up here?
He's carrying a key.
He's got a key in there. Let's try 2. And then eventually they're like,
fist.
Do we get? Yeah. No, nothing.
There it is.
No, nothing. No. Oh, we got something.
So anyway, yeah, so they go back to Xander's apartment, and they're having a meltdown. Well, Xander's having a meltdown. He's like, fucking everybody, fucking Jesus Christ, everybody get up. Yeah, if we can hear this, I can't believe this. Buffy's fucking Spike. Everybody's like, oh, that's and they're all kind of grossed out by it. So Xander's like, I'm gonna go confront Spike in his crypt. And I'm like, what? Wait. Time out. Hold up. Let's pause for a minute. Why the fuck would Xander think, okay, as far as any of them know, or as far as Xander and Anya know, this is the real Buffy, right? Because they're stupid. They're idiots. Why would he think, okay, so my friend has made a conscious decision to partake in sexual intercourse with this individual. As her friend, I believe it falls to me to go to this individual's dwelling and threaten and rough him up. Right. So what am I missing here? Is it just because it's Xander and he's an idiot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I can accept that. So, that's what he does. He goes there and Spike's like tells the Buffybot to go and hide in that little, like that fucking, what do you call it? Like that cellar of sexual deviance. And he's like, and don't come out no matter what until, I tell you to. And so, of course, Xander's manhandling Spike, and I'm thinking, I hate all of this. Like, I just want Spike to beat the ever-loving fuck. Like, I mean, not kill him, but beat him so badly that he's in like an induced coma in the fucking HIPAA violation memorial for like the next, at least the rest of the season, just completely unconscious and beaten to a pulp. Because it's Xander,
Right.
And the only time he acts like a tough guy is when like he figures he's got the advantage,
Sure.
So
pick on a guy with a chip in his head that makes it so he can't hurt you.
Exactly. And he's like, you're taking advantage of Buffy during a difficult time and blah, blah, blah. And then just about that time, the door bursts open and Glory's minions show up. Immediately KO Xander because it's fucking Xander and he's useless. And they all kind of, like 7 or 8 of them, they all pile on Spike and they get Spike. And Jinx is like, hold him. And they bend him over and they start pulling his pants down. And Jinx is like, yeah, bitch. He's like, I want to show you.
We're gonna use a special tool to find the key in there.
Jinx is like, we've gone from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is now Buffy the Vampire Slayer Deliverance. And he's like, pull them panties down, boy.
Right.
Now squeal for me, piggy.
And squeal like a pig. Squeal for me, piggy. You sure do got a pretty mouth.
So anyway, they take him to Glory. And Glory is immediately like, you fucking people are idiots. And they're like, what? And then she like smells him and she's like, he's a fucking vampire. Like the key has to be a pure, which I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means a virgin. I don't know what she means when she says pure. Maybe just has to have a soul, whatever. But
yeah, I think that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, and she's like, and this fucker's a vampire, so he can't be the key, you idiots. And they're like, no!
And then they start crying. They all start crying.
Yeah, it's really like, it's gut-wrenching, like wailing crying. Like, I mean, they are deeply fucking hurt.
Yeah.
And she doesn't care.
Like, they're like, it's the kind of crying you would hear from a mother who just witnessed her children being murdered.
Yeah, it's like, it's a deep, blood-curdling,
painful wailing. Yeah. But then they use the tears as lube and start a circle jerk.
And they're actually, in the circle, they're jerking the one next to them, each person is.
Right.
So it's like a fucking, they're playing Ookie Cookie basically.
Yes. Yeah.
It's wild. And the whole time, Glory is just standing there dumbfounded, like,
yeah.
What am I? She can't look away. Right. But at the same time, she's like, this is insanity.
Yeah. And then she turns into Ben. And immediately, like, Ben's like, he doesn't think twice. Immediately, he drops Trow and is like, where's my spot in the circle?
Well, he lifts up his dress and pulls his panties down because he morphs into her clothes, right? And secretly, Ben loves that.
Right.
And
so, like, yeah, he hikes up that dress, pulls the panties down, and he looks around and he's like, where's my spot? Yeah, where's my spot in the circle? And like they all kind of like they look at each other and then they look at Ben and Ben's like right there and he points directly at Jinx.
Yep.
And then he slides in next to Jinx.
He's like, move over, Jinx. I'm about to show you that I'm sorry for beating you up and stabbing you.
Right.
And Jinx is like, no, I don't want you to touch me. And Ben's like, you're fucking gonna like it. And Jinx is crying again.
Yeah.
And so he can't enjoy
which just seems to get Ben going even more.
Yeah, Ben is super into that. Yeah. And that tells a lot about what we need to know about Ben, frankly. He is really into Jinx's fucking sadness. So let's see. Anyway, where did I actually leave off? So they got into taking back. She's like, y'all are stupid. This is a fucking vampire. Yeah, so then she's like, well, he's not the key, but he probably knows who is, so we'll torture it out of him. And Spike's like, ooh, yeah. Now we're talking, mama.
Now we're talking.
And then we cut back out to the dessert where Buffy is. And you might not have paid any attention to this. 9 times out of 10, I probably wouldn't have either, but for some reason it caught my attention, and I was like, when we cut back to her, it's dark. It's kind of like nighttime. She's been led to this spot by the mountain lion, and she's been sitting there for several hours waiting for like what's going to happen, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she had kind of sat on this big flat rock, and then there's like another one kind of jutting up next to it, and she has like fallen asleep basically, but it looks so fucking weird because like she's sitting and then her body is turned at this weird angle and she's just kind of draped across the rock like she's been a murder victim or something. So I rewound it a couple times. And I was like, what is she doing? Like, that's horrible. Who would do that? And I don't know. I thought it was funny.
It hurt my back just watching it.
Yes, and it hurt my ribs and shit. I was like, what is she doing? Anyway, and then all of a sudden, like a fire, not us being funny fire, but like a fire, like a campfire, a big one, rages up.
Just roars to life out of nowhere.
Right. And she kind of jerks and looks, and she's like, who is it? She says, who is it? Who's there? And I wanted somebody to go, it's fire. Because it's like, why would you say it's a fire? Why would you ask it who's there? Anyway, then the first appears, who we have met before in, wasn't last season. Yeah, it was last season because to get the power to wreck Adam. The first taught her how to write a virus to put on a floppy drive to put in his titty floppy drive. And
then we saw her in Restless.
Yes, we did. Unfortunately, every time we see this freak, I'm like, ugh. But anyway, so she starts asking it questions, and it's like, and it speaks in very nice English now, like very easy to understand language now. And it's like, she's like, but I don't know if I can love. And it's like, you're full of love and you're also full of shit and fuck off already, would you? And I don't know. Do you want to take this scene? Because I hate it. I don't really care. like what it's asking and what she's saying and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So Buffy expresses her concerns to her guide, which again is taking the form of the first Slayer, and the first Slayer tells Buffy that that's not the case. That the fact of the matter is that love is basically at the center of all Slayers. That she's full of love, and that love will bring Buffy to her gift. And Buffy questions what her gift is, and the guide tells her that her gift is death. And of course, Buffy is very adamant that death isn't a gift, and she knows the pain that death can cause, especially after losing Joyce, and she says she doesn't want to offer that to anyone. And the guide is like, well, that's too bad, bitch. I answered your question. And then she pieces out of there.
She does. She's like, your question has been answered. And then she just disappears. And I'm like, I hate these fucking higher beings and all this shit in the Buffyverse so much, because they always do this shit. Like, your question has been answered. Fuck off. And it's just so annoying.
So then we cut to Spike's crypt, and we see the Buffybot coming out of the crypt crawl.
Doing exactly what it was told not to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Coming out of the crypt crawl space, and it's worried about Spike, and completely ignores the Xander. They're unconscious on the floor of the crypt, and but goes to Xander's apartment for help.
Yeah.
And of course, shenanigans ensue, because none of these fucking bozos can tell the difference between the real Buffy and this fucking robot who is not only acting completely unlike Buffy, but is acting exactly like the fucking robot they encountered 3 fucking episodes ago.
Yep.
So yeah, Willow takes her out onto the balcony, and she's trying to be a friend about the whole thing and this relationship with Spike and this and that. And at that point, Xander is finally awake and comes back to the apartment and tells everyone that Spike was taken by Glory's minions, and they all realize that this means, Glory has someone that knows that Dawn's the key. So they all go to Buffy's house to stock up on weapons and, so that they can save Spike and whatnot. And so the Buffybot goes upstairs to change, because they're all like, maybe you should change into something more fighty or whatever. And
less hoary.
And at that point, the real Buffy comes back from her spirit quest, and they all think it's the same Buffy. And then the Buffybot comes down from upstairs, and they all get even more confused for some reason. And Buffy's literally like, you fuckers couldn't tell that this wasn't me? And
Buffy even says, it even talks like the robot that we encountered 3 episodes ago.
Right.
How stupid are you? And they're like, oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Right. And that's that's us kind of being funny, but that's essentially the gist of what happened. She's like,
she says that.
She's like, you twerps didn't realize that she acts exactly like the robot that we encountered 3 episodes ago? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, she's like, you guys should be ashamed and hurt yourselves. Do it.
Do it now.
So Xander fucking throws herself through the glass coffee table immediately.
Yeah.
Willow sets herself on fire.
Willow sets herself on fire. Anya disembowels herself. She's just like...
I was going to say that she just gashes her throat.
No. She just... Anya just like...
Her guts just fucking hit the floor like a sack of taters. And
yep.
Buffy's like, good. See?
Right.
See? That's what you get.
She's like, maybe this will teach you all to be better friends.
Meanwhile, she's a horrible friend too.
Right. And then she turns around and starts making out with the Buffybot. She's like, well, since this is what you were built for,
let's try you out, baby. I am pretty hot. Yeah, it gets creepy, but Kind of
It
hot.
is what it is. So then, of course, they all get disgusted when they realize the whole purpose of the Buffybot in the first place. And
Buffy
then they feel
a little gets a little turned on by it.
so then they fill in the real Buffy about Spike being taken by Glory, and she decides that they're gonna go and kill him to keep him from telling the truth about Dawn.
Why not?
The thing is, they don't know where Glory's, base is.
Where her hole is, Glory's hole.
Right. They don't know where the where Glory's hole is.
Right.
Glory's snatch, as Jeremy was preoccupied with a few episodes ago. So the only lead they have is the area where that big fucking rubber man in a rubber suit snake
it was so bad.
Was leading them. So they start their search there. And then we cut back to Glory. And what's going on with Glory, Jeremy?
Butt plugs.
She's on fire.
And
butt plugs. I thought she was on fire, but I guess not.
No. Oh, no.
Well, kind of. They're flaming butt plugs.
Well, the way she's hammering those things home, it's like she's on fire. And
they're flaming butt plugs.
Right, and she's using those to torture Spike with. Problem is, he likes it. So it ain't for a damn bit of good. No, she is torturing him. He's fucked up.
He is fucked up.
He's chained up above his head. Yeah, he's pretty fucked up. Which, by the way, where do you think the chains are above?
In the ceiling.
Oh, okay. She just happened to. She had to have one of the minions get up there with a stud finder to find the stud, so they could drill a hook into it and then put the chains there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds stupid. So she.
Well, how would you do it? How would you do it?
Just maybe like tie him up to a chair.
That's no fun.
Take like 10 minutes. Anyway, she's torturing the shit out of him. Oh man, and earlier we forgot there's this part where she sticks her finger like knuckle deep into like his fucking chest. And I was like, God, that is turning me on. I can't even hold it. What?
When I saw that scene, I was like, Jeremy is so fucking hard right now.
Oh, dude, it's diamonds. I'm just gonna say diamonds.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't even want to venture a guess how many times Jeremy rewound this scene so that he could shoot ropes.
Yeah. I mean, I was so hard a cat couldn't scratch it. All right. It was nuts. It was nuts. Anyway, for the 90 millionth time, yeah, she's torturing the shit out of him, asking him questions and stuff. And he's basically like, listen, so here's the thing. Fuck all, each one of you individually and as a collective group, fuck you. I won't tell you shit. And I hope you die painfully and slowly. And so she continues torturing him, which just continues turning me on. So he actually he has this great line where he's like, all right, I'll tell you who the key is. And she's like, all right, who is it? And he's like, that guy on TV. And she's like, what? And he's like, that fucking on the prize show during the day on TV. And Jinx is like, The Price is Right, Bob Barker? And he's like, yeah, him. And he's like, we will go and get Bob Barker for you. And she's like, you fucking idiots. He's fucking being a dick. It's not Bob Barker. And so then he starts saying a bunch of stuff to Glory, little by little, just to get her madder and madder and madder. And then she finally like roundhouse kicks this motherfucker so hard that like wherever the chains are hooked up to above him, it flies off of those, and he like flies out through the apartment through the doors out into the hallway. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck me. What a plan that was. And then he gets up and he's staggering down the hall, and she's like, bring him back here. And of course the minions go after him, and he gets to the elevator just as it closes, but he forces it open, and he goes, oh shit, basically, and he just throws his stuff down into the elevator shaft and lands on top of the elevator as it's going down. And he just pulls his dick out and wags it at him as he's going down, like, ha. And then he opens up the little door to fall inside the actual elevator when it gets to the bottom floor. And he kind of crawls out of there, and all the minions are coming down the stairs because apparently she's on like the second floor. So they just had to run down one flight of stairs. And he's like, fuck me. And just about that time, the cavalry arrives. Buffster and the gang, and much fisticuffs and shenanigans ensue. But guess who wins in the end, James? The minions. They kill all of the Scoobies, including Buffy.
They kill everybody.
You notice how much better the minions are at fighting in this scene than they've ever been shown to fight before?
Yeah, it's because of Jinx.
Like they all know like fucking like Wing Chun now. Like they're like Bruce Lee level fighters and shit. I'm like, where did this fucking come from? Like every single time we've seen them fight before, they're like they get punched once and they die. Like the Byzantium dudes just fucking wrecked their shit. But anyway, so when it's all said and done, the gang mops up the floor with the minions, and they escape, and they set the whole building on fire. Which, why didn't they do that? Why didn't Buffy be like, hey, you know what? Fuck. Okay, this is the bitch's lay. Okay, we're burning this bitch to the ground. Everyone inside here dies because that's all I care about. But they just leave, and we cut to the magic box, and Willow is examining. By the way, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention, during the fight, the Buffybot gets like very. How do I explain this? Like, she gets like love tapped, and just it fucking melts her. Like she just gets barely hit, and like she's like and falls down, and like she's done. And so when we're back at the magic box, Willow is examining the Buffybot, and it's like, oh, it should be easy to fix. It's just a few wires. And Buffy's like, what the fuck? No, you're not going to fix her. And Willow's like, yeah, I'm not going to fix her and have sex with her. I would never do that. And Buffy's like, but then Buffy's looking at the bot, and she's like, well, at least it's not a very good job, and it doesn't look like me. And they're all like, yeah. So Giles and Xander get back, or I should say Giles. We forgot to bring that up too.
Oh yeah,
that they didn't bother programming. And he even says, he's like, Giles is like, Giles, he didn't even bother programming it to say my name right.
Yeah.
And Buffy ends up calling him. She's like, Giles. I mean Giles. And so they show back up. They had dropped Spike back off at his crib because he is fucked up. They haven't been able to get anything out of Spike as to whether or not he gave up Dawn as the key, because he's barely conscious, and he's just like unable to even like form sentences apparently. So finally Xander feels a little bit of sympathy for him. But they're all like, really, bro? And he's like, I know, but I'm Xander and I'm creepy, so I feel sympathy because he lost his favorite toy. And then got beat up for it too. And the next scene is in Spike's crypt. And in walks the Buffybot. And Spike is fucked up, but he's like, oh, you made it back. And she's like, Willow fixed me. Would you like to ravage me now? And Spike's like, I'm fucking fucked up. Yes, I will. I would like to fuck you right now. No, He's like, "Oh, I'm all fucked up," and he's like, he's just all fucked up. And the Buffybot asks why she let them Glory do all that to him, and blah blah blah. And he's like, because I'm not giving up. I wouldn't give Dawn up. And he's like, I'd never do that because if something happened to Dawn, it would, wreck Buffy, and Buffy would, you know, I couldn't stand seeing that. And then the Buffybot leans over and kisses Spike on the dick, lips. And Spike kind of pulls back confused, and he realizes this isn't the Buffybot, it's the real Buffy. And she turns to leave and says that the robot was disgusting and he's not getting it back and it's not even real. But she stops and kind of half turns and says, but what you did for me and Dawn was real and I won't forget it. And she leaves. And Spike is like, whoa. And boom, credits, episode, and scene.
Yep. Sure is.
All right. Good to know you. Let's get out of this bitch. I've been one of your...
Take care, everyone. No. Fun fact, Nicholas Brendan's twin, Kelly Donovan, was briefly in this episode. Apparently, there was a scene that needed to be shot, and Nicholas was sick, so they just brought in Kelly to shoot the scene.
Did he not have any lines or?
Yeah. Jeremy, would you like to play everyone's favorite game, Body Count?
This is impossible because, first of all, I don't even know if any of those minions got killed in the big fisticuffs at the end. So I'm just going to say 4.
Yes, 4.
Oh!
3 vampires and 1 minion. Good job. Our music this week, just our original score by Thomas Wanker.
Thomas Dickey Wanker.
Yes. Jeremy.
Yes, sir.
On our sliding scale of 1 to 5, would you please tell me and our faithful audience, how many Buffybots do you give this episode?
I'm going to give it, I can't quite give it a 4, so I'm going to give it a 3.5. Okay. It's not quite a 4, because it's not, what's the word or term I'm looking for? It's not like stellar, but it's pretty good. It's fun. A little gross, but it's still fun, even though it's, very rapey. It's, if you judge it by the fact that, it's 2001, it's kind of fun. And I like that we've seen Spike's true colors as far as how deeply he actually cares about Buffy. Like, yeah, he's horrible at showing it and all that. We know this, but like we've seen his true colors now. Let's just put it that way, as far as how he feels about Buffy and what he's willing to go through. And it's 2 episodes in a row now that are not, important to the overall arc of the series that, if they didn't exist, it wouldn't make it really any difference. But, it's still a fun episode. And, we've only got 4 episodes to go in the season now. And so it kind of sets a couple of things up, that nothing huge, but I mean, it sets a couple of things in motion. And hey, let's face it, any episode with Jinx is 3.5 right out the gates. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. I mean, it's not like a super in-depth episode that's you can really dig into and all, all this thing. So it's a 3.5. It's a fun episode. There's nothing egregiously wrong. And that's all I got to say about that. So James, On our sliding scale, on our sliding scale of 1 to 5, give us your final thoughts and opinions of the episode, and tell us how many disgusting fuckbots do you give this episode?
I give this episode 2.5 disgusting fuckbots.
Okay.
It's just meh for me. I don't.
Like I was last week.
Yeah. And this has kind of been my issue with the whole season. There's too many episodes this season that are filler episodes. They don't tie into our A story. And where, as you pointed out, we are now, after this episode, 4 episodes away from the series finale. Spoiler alert. What was intended to be the series finale.
Yeah, the end. This was intended to be it.
Right. And we're kind of still handing out these filler episodes. Listen, did it have some funny moments because of the Buffybot and that? Yeah, of course it did. But the whole idea behind the Buffybot, its creation, it's too skeevy for me to get over. and like, listen, we can sit here all day and like, you know, give Spike credit for not giving up Dawn because of whatever he feels for Buffy, but I don't know, man. At the end of the day, ew. Like he's just like, it's a fine line. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't like the character of Spike, but I also don't like the character of Spike. So,
well, here's how I would say it. You like the character of Spike, but you don't like Spike's character.
There you go. Good job. Very, very. You know what? Sometimes, man, you really do contribute to this thing.
Is that why you keep me around?
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, that's actually a great way to put it. I like the character of Spike. I do not like Spike's character.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
don't like Spike's character, and Spike is my favorite character. So, yeah, I'm right there with you.
So yeah, it's just 2.5 for me.
Luckily, I mean, spoiler alert, not anything specific, but luckily, at least in my opinion, he does get to rehab his character as the final 2 seasons go along, at least. Not saying he gets a get out of jail free card. I'm just saying he gets to rehab,
Sure. So yeah, it's a 2.5 for me. It's there. I don't know. We're too late in the game to be having these bullshit filler episodes, in my opinion.
I agree.
So, and I mean,
especially with somebody as good as Claire Kramer and as good
as your bad guy,
as Glory. There's so many fucking things they could have done with her in these filler episodes where, like, it still could have been quote unquote filler episodes, but it also could have been contributing to her character, like really build up, like, holy fuck, has this, like,
and here's the problem with having so many episodes that don't pertain to your main story, is that these final 4 episodes all do pertain to the main story.
Yeah.
But because they had so many filler episodes this season, there is a lot shoved into these 4 final episodes.
Yeah, and it's like, why didn't you do some more? Why didn't you do some of this stuff? And I mean, we've had how many? At least 7, 8 fucking filler episodes this season.
Right.
Like, why didn't you do some of this stuff in those dumb ass, useless fucking episodes that no one misses or would miss?
Right. So yeah, and yeah, these next 4 episodes come at us fast, and hard and
deep and hard.
and deep, you know,
Yeah.
and just with a lot of shit that happens and then gets resolved right away. So it's kind of like it loses some of the impact of it.
Yeah, it's almost like, well, I mean, did it really matter? You know,
Right.
because it's resolved in 42 minutes. You know,
Right, exactly. So
yeah, it's just a shame that
this
because
season is the drizzling shits.
I wouldn't say that, and I'll tell you why. Because Claire Kramer is that goddamn good, and Glory is that. I have always said Glory is the best big bad of all 7 seasons, and should have been given so much more backstory, and they could have done like flashback episodes with her. They could have done episodes where it doesn't have to be entire episodes, but little flashes over to the hell dimension that she ruled over, and like really show like this bitch is not to be fucked with, like, you know what I mean? And like, it frustrates me because every time I watch anything from season 4, if it just randomly pops up somewhere, I'm like, God, she was so good, man. And this character,
Season 5.
huh?
Season 5.
What did I say?
Season 4.
Okay, well, you can just shut up over there. That like like she was just so good, and the character could have been unbelievable. So I don't know. Anyway.
I feel like, and keep in mind, like this, it wasn't a secret at this point that like the WB was actively billing this as
the final season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
Glory takes off her underwear and flicks Ben in the back of the head. Yeah.
Which them touting it as the final season of Buffy is something we'll get into in the last episode, because as we all know, that turned out not to be the case. Yeah. And unfortunately, well, we'll talk about it in the final episode, The Gift.
All right, you prick tease. James, BuffyRevisited.com. Tell me all about it.
I don't, fuck that.
Okay. All right then. I have been one who
No, that's our landing page, as you like to say. It'll give you all our links. It'll give you our email address, BuffyRevisited@gmail.com. It'll give you our Facebook page, our YouTube page, our merchandise store, which is still active, by the way.
Have you tried to order anything? Because it won't let you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I have to do. I don't know. I have to. They changed like. How did that work? I'd have to look at the emails again. They changed like the billing processing provider or something, and I have to like go in and I have to accept all these new terms. I don't know. I ain't fucking got around to it. So I don't think anybody's on there trying to order anything anyway, quite frankly. So
I want to get a mug. I want to get a mug with our new logo on it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Son of a bitch. So yeah, you click on those links. You know, if you go to our Facebook page, you're going to see a weekly post about the show, which episode we're revisiting. Hop in there, leave us some comments. The YouTube, man, I'm going to tell you some mind-blowing shit right now about the YouTube. If you go there right now and you click on the most recent video and you forward it to the 1 hour and 4 minute mark, you are going to be watching what you're listening to right now.
Yeah, I mean that's how video works.
I hate you. I hate everything about you. So yeah, you can hop into the comments on the videos and tell us what you think about anything, about the episode, about the show, about the Buffyverse, about the podcast, about me, about Jeremy, about cats, dogs, horses. Tell us what you think about horses. I personally love horses. I'm a big fan of horses. Like horses.
You would be. By the way, guys, keep your eyes peeled at your local bookstores. I have made a deal. I'll be releasing a book entitled How to Resurrect Your Dead Mother and Other Delicious Recipes.
It's the first Slade the Buffy revisited tie-in product.
That's right.
Outside of the merch store, which was a smashing success.
Smashing. Dude, sales records were destroyed and wow. I can't even
I can only imagine that How to Resurrect Your Dead Mother and Other Delicious Recipes is going to be #1 on the New York Times bestseller. Easy.
Day one, as soon as it's released, baby.
Yeah. Pre-release even.
Yeah. It's a done deal.
Yeah. You have a problem with that, right? Pre-releasing?
I hope you die. So anyway, thanks for joining us this week, everyone. It's muchly appreciated. Next week we will be diving into, where's my fucking thing at? Yeah. Season 5, episode 19, Tough Love. Right? Did I get it? It's Tough Anal?
Yeah.
Love. Yeah, it's love.
No, Tough Anal. Tough Anal.
Tough Anal. All right. Season
spoiler
5.
alert. Spoiler alert. It's about werewolves.
It is. And James, 4 episodes, baby, and this season is wrapped.
I know.
Wrapped up like a dick with a condom.
Yeah, that wasn't as clever as you had hoped it would be.
No, it really wasn't. It kind of went over like a fart in church, but hey, I tried.
And you know what? To our audience, they're like, yeah, big deal, whatever. 4 more episodes left. They don't realize. They
have no clue.
They have no clue what has gone on behind the scenes.
Yep. And they never will, because we're never going to tell.
We're going to kill ourselves.
That's right.
Wait,
to
what?
Keep the secret.
Murder, suicide.
Yeah. Wait. No.
What?
Just suicides.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us again. Next week is season 5, episode 19, Tough Love. We'll see you then. I've been one of your hosts. I'm Jeremy.
I'm your other host, James.
Ta-ta.